Order. Everyone, please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have a swearing in of a new officer, Cody Peterson. It's all yours, Darren.
All right. Mayor, Council, thank you. First, I'd like to introduce our newest addition to the Crookston Police Department, Officer Cody Peterson. Cody grew up on a farm near Fergus Falls, Minnesota. He comes from a law enforcement family. His father is a retired deputy from Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office. Cody went to school at Alexandria Technical and Community College, and he sought out the Crookston Police Department and City Crookston based on its size and agricultural community. Cody Peterson for you guys. All right, Cody. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. As a police officer, with the Crookston Police Department, I solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the state of Minnesota, to impartially enforce the laws of the United States, the state of Minnesota, and the city of Crookston, to work toward providing a safe environment and enhancing the quality of life consistent with the values of our community. To adhere to the ethical values of professionalism, integrity, compassion, and respect. To faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer to the best of my knowledge and abilities. That I take this obligation freely and without any mental reservation. Congratulations and welcome to the Crookston Police Department. All right. You want one more? Yeah. Thanks. All right. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you.
Thank you, congratulations.
Okay, moving on. Roll call, please.
Briggs.
Here.
Cavalier.
Here.
Kressel. Platt. Bedbrunton. Melby.
Here.
Jurdy. Here. Erickson.
Here.
Okay, this is time for the open forum. If anyone would like to address council on any issue not already on tonight's agenda, may come to the podium. State your first and last name, please.
Hi, Shirley Iverson. Did you want my address? You used to ask for that. No,
Yeah.
129 Mill Street. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I got so shook up, I haven't seen that many Crookston police since the 70s at a keg party out behind the sugar beet plant. So anyway, let me regain my composure for a second. So I'm here today representing the Downtown Crookston Development Partnership, sometimes called DCDP. And we wanted to let you know about a recent very successful activity that we were able to do in the city of Crookston in partnership with the Chamber of Commerce and also in partnership with the Crookston Visitors Bureau. And we called it What the Buck, Save Some Dough. Crookston has not had a hunting opening weekend festivity in recent years and maybe ever, which is really common in our surrounding communities to have a big shopping weekend. So we organized over 25 businesses in the community that offered sales, games, prizes, drawings, discounts on meals, and it was the first weekend in November on Saturday. We were also able to partner with our neighboring communities of Foston, McIntosh, and Manville. And you might say, why did we pick those? Well, Foston and McIntosh have a long history, Foston in particular, of doing a hunting opening weekend craft sale and a lot of sales in their community. So it was nice to be able to have a Highway 2 corridor celebration of that weekend. We had a lot of out-of-town people shopping. There were times where our stores were packed. We brought in a coffee truck from East Grand Forks, though she's very connected to Crookston, Happy Camper Coffee. If anyone tried to have coffee, there were numerous times where the line was over 20 people long, waiting outside on sort of a chilly Saturday. But everyone really enjoyed the coffee and the treats. We also had a business come up from Ada, which is Sugar Mama Bakery, and she had found our community very open and welcoming this summer because she came to our Downtown Tuesday Tunes and Junk Jamboree that we held each month downtown. The next event that we have coming up is Small Business Saturday. That's a Saturday after Thanksgiving. And again, we are working on 3 themes for the stores. It can be having something extra to sip, local entertainment, and pop-up shops in the stores. So last year, that was a very successful activity. We've done it now for several years, but again, the collaboration of this one is DCDP and the Chamber. So DCDP is able to focus on the downtown core, invigorating it, vitalizing it, and the Chamber is more, of course, as you know, it's a area chamber, so it can have just a little broader reach. That day, on November 26th, Saturday, we'll also have the tree lighting downtown by the Rotary Club of Crookston. So event starts around 9 a.m. and it goes past 5 o'clock because tree lighting is at 5. And the next thing that I want to mention is that we are working on collaborating for a shop hop map. So there is a northern Minnesota shop hop map. It's great, it's wonderful, and there is not a single Crookston business on it. So it has all the communities from Greenbush to Roseau to Thief River Falls to McIntosh to Foston, and it does not include anything from Crookston. So we're looking at a way to update that, to collaborate with other chambers and other communities and other visitors bureaus in other communities to be able to put Crookston on the map, literally, for that. So do you have any questions about DCDP or some of the things that we're doing for the winter?
Thanks for all that you do, Shirley.
Well, thanks, Dale. I just think, not everybody gets to come down shopping, nor is it everybody's focus of what they want to do on a Saturday, so I just wanted to highlight it for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley.
Yeah, thanks.
Very
Dale.
good.
Thanks.
Anyone else? Chad, is there anybody on the phone bridge, please?
No, Your Honor, there's no one on the bridge at this time.
Chad ain't here, sorry, looking over a post.
Not at this time, Your
Oh,
Honor.
yeah, I can't see him neither. All right,
Agent logged off.
okay, no presentations. This brings us to the agenda. Does anyone wish to add or remove anything from tonight's agenda? Ashley, you have one?
Yes, Your Honor. Under the regular agenda, add item 9.05, a resolution to approve the payment to the Crookston Umpire Association.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Thank you, Clayton. Is there a second?
I'll second, Your Honor.
Christie? Okay. Discussion? Hearing none, can I have roll call, please?
Briggs,
Aye.
Cavalier,
Aye.
Melby,
Aye.
Jurdy,
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. This brings us to the consent agenda. Does anyone wish to remove anything from the consent agenda?
Your Honor, under the consent agenda to revise item 7.01, the approval of the Crookston Housing and Economic Development Authority CHEDA agenda for November 16th, to change the date from the 16th of November to Monday, November 21st at 5:30, Your Honor.
Thank you. I have a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda.
So move.
Thank you. Don, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Steve. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Briggs,
Aye.
Cavalier,
Aye.
Melby,
Aye.
Jurdy,
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Your Honor, if I might, one of the items in the consent agenda was a canvassing of the most recent election. And I see that we have two of the successful candidates. Just like to make you aware of their presence and ask them to stand. Tim Menard, he was awarded a seat as Alderman at Large, and Henry Fisher. He garnered the most votes in Ward 2. So each of them will be present in January.
Okay. Motion has carried. Moving on, public hearing. Ashley.
Yes, Your Honor. Item 8.01 is a public hearing regarding the amending the city code chapter 117 entitled Peddlers and Solicitors.
Okay. I'll open this public hearing. Does anyone wish to address the council? So please come to the podium, state your first and last name as well as your address. Hearing none, I'll close this public hearing. Okay, brings us to the regular agenda. Ashley, please.
Item 8.01 is a resolution regarding snow loading of portions of MnDOT Trunk Highway 2 within the city limits of Crookston, Your Honor.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve this resolution?
So I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Got
Wayne.
Wayne and Clayton, thank you. Discussion, Cork, you got a little brief on this?
Yes, this is just a contract that the state of Minnesota has asked us to enter into. We have regularly snow loaded or taken snow from Trunk Highway 2, and this is to extend that contract through 2027. I've checked with Brandon on this. The rates which are suggested are appropriate, and he says we're ready, willing, and able to do so.
Thank you. Further discussion?
We make break even on that, basically, or,
We have,
That's what it says you're supposed to do.
right? I was just curious if we're not taking a significant loss or anything.
So it's kind of a partnership between the city and MnDOT, so they pay the loading, we pay the hauling. So they pay the hourly rate on the loader and the operator, and then we pay for the trucking. It's the typical city arrangement for all cities, so.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brandon. Further discussion? Hearing none, can I have roll call, please?
Briggs,
Aye.
Cavalier,
Aye.
Melby,
Aye.
Jurdy,
Aye.
Erickson.
All right,
Okay, motion carries.
Item 8.02 is a resolution to approve the rehabilitation loan program and mortgage satisfaction on the property owned by William R. and Carol E. Montague, husband and wife, with respect to document number A000542048, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
So move.
Thank you, Wayne. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Christie. Discussion. Corky, please.
yes, this was a loan made in 1995 to the Montagues Flower Shop. And that building has recently been sold. The title opinion indicated that this loan had never been satisfied. We made more than diligent efforts to look through our system. We looked through all of the accountant notes. We looked through all of the financial statements, audited statements. We checked with the county recorder. We found nothing in the audited statements that said any amount was due and owing with respect to this matter. We also talked to the Montagues, who said, yeah, they got some papers, but they don't know where they are. So I think it's fair to say that they have paid the loan and they need a satisfaction so that the transfer of that building can be completed.
Thank you. Further discussion? Hearing none, can I have roll call, please?
Briggs.
Aye.
Cavalier.
Aye.
Melby.
Aye.
Jurdy.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Moving on.
Item 8.03 is a resolution to appoint Carrie Kirschbaum as the City of Crookston's representative to the Polk County Affordable Housing Advisory Board, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Got a motion by Don. Is there a second?
Second. Oh, go ahead.
Second by Steve. Discussion. Corky.
We've regularly had a member on this board. Historically, it's been the city administrator, but in this particular instance, our community development director has expertise and special knowledge, and so recommending that Carrie Kirschbaum be appointed to that seat.
Thank you. Further discussion? Hearing none, can I have roll call, please?
Briggs.
Aye.
Cavalier.
Aye.
Melby.
Aye.
Jurdy.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on.
Item 8.04 is a resolution adopting the updated fee schedule for the year 2023, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Thank you, Clayton. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Don. Thank you. Discussion. Corky once again, please.
This is a fee schedule that you asked us to review and to present to you for an updated fee schedule. Ashley, as the city clerk, and I have discussed this with the various departments. What you see in front of you is the department's recommendations regarding fees and what should be charged. As our criteria, we wanted to make sure that we covered costs, and as we did that, as we worked through it, we compared the hourly rates of those individuals who'd be involved, typical time, and came up with a number. But again, the department heads did their work on this and presented them to Ashley and myself, and we're recommending that they be accepted.
Thank you. Further discussion? Hearing none, can I have roll call, please?
Briggs.
Aye.
Cavalier.
Aye.
Melby.
Aye.
Jurdy.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Item 8.05 is a resolution to approve the payment to the Crookston Umpire Association, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Christie. Is there a second?
I'll second it, Your Honor.
Second by Don. Thank you. Discussion.
What this is that the association pays the officials, whether it be softball, whether it be baseball, whether it be hockey officials. And in this particular instance, we're asking that this be approved. It's normally in the bills and disbursements, but because of upcoming events and the need to move more quickly, we want those officials to have their checks when they step on the ice. We've asked that you approve this disbursement to the Umpires Association.
Further discussion? Yes, Wayne.
Your Honor, I don't know how this is going to work for sure. I'm actually the president of that association, has been since like in the 80s. And, you know, we don't have very many meetings, so I don't get moved out of it. I haven't officiated and gotten a check from them in years, but I still do write out the payroll. Do I need to abstain from voting? And if so, we wouldn't have 5.
I do not believe you need to. You do not receive a direct or indirect benefit. You get nothing in exchange for this. You perform the service as the head of the Umpires Association, so I don't believe you need to abstain.
Okay.
Further discussion? Hearing none, can I have roll call, please?
Briggs.
Aye.
Cavalier.
Aye.
Melby.
Aye.
Jurdy.
Aye.
Erickson.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. This brings us to reports. Corky, please.
Busy 2 weeks like always. We had LELS contract negotiations and discussions, and I will be bringing for a closed meeting at our next regularly scheduled meeting the results of that negotiation for your comment and consideration. We met with Scruffy Tails, and they in fact were able to raise the other $5,000, so they got the $10,000 that they originally requested. A number of meetings regarding the fee schedule. We had a phone call meeting and individual meeting with Representative Keel regarding some of our concerns here. We also have the intermediary relending program application review. That committee has been restarted. We're going to have a meeting and a new application to comply with the present requirements. We had a FEMA working session, childcare meetings. Otter Tail contacted us about the possibility of a new and different and quick charging station in Crookston, because as we know, some people can take up to 14 hours to charge their car on our present charger, and we're working with an entity to potentially house that. We have ASME contract negotiations and discussions today, and I think they went well, and we're scheduled for another meeting on December 5th. And I had a meeting with Henry Fisher today. He was introduced tonight, discussing his obligations and desire to be the Ward 2 council person. A number of other things, but no need to talk about them yet.
All right, thank you, Corky. Let's go with Ashley. She's gonna give an update with the election results.
So I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you for coming out and voting. It was a great turnout. I also wanted to thank the election judges. Without them and the head judges, I would not have been able to do my job because without them, they are the glue to our election. It was, like I said, outstanding to see the individuals come out and vote for this election. For just a voter turnout, we're at 63% for the city of Crookston, so it's great to see that. Again, I'm excited to see the new council, and again, thank you for everybody that came. So,
Thank you, Ashley.
Can I ask what the difference between this election and the last election was as far as voter turnout?
I will have to get that for you, and I can
Okay.
definitely let
Just
you know.
curious to see, but I'm glad to see that we had a lot.
I think for a midterm, this is very good,
Yeah,
so.
wonderful.
Just
Well,
kinda-
and the last one was COVID too, so there's a lot of absentee voting, so I,
Sure.
I was really
Could look
surprised how
back and-
many absentee votes were this year, I mean.
but I can definitely get you that information.
Okay, Darren, please.
Just a couple things real quick. Again, thank you for allowing me to swear in Cody Peterson, and again, welcome him to the Crookston Police Department. Same here, been a busy last couple weeks. We responded to over 400 calls for service. In the last council meeting, I had mentioned that we were just on the front side of the Halloween food drive. That was another great success. Maybe a little less turnout with the warm weather. I think a lot more people out and about in the neighborhoods, but we still did raise 1,200 pounds of food for the Care and Share food shelf, so that's always the main goal behind that. We recently had a body-worn camera audit. So per Minnesota statute, every 2 years, each law enforcement agency that implements body-worn cameras is required to have an audit performed by an independent source, an outside source. This was our second year having body-worn cameras, so it's our audit year. We had a consulting firm on site about a week ago, maybe a little bit longer, 2 weeks ago. Just received our preliminary report that we passed the audit. A couple real minor changes. So again, per Minnesota statute, I will be presenting you in the very near future with the results of that body-worn camera audit. So work again with Corky and Ashley on getting that in council packets coming up. And then lastly, we just received notice last Friday that we received a grant from Viking Gas. So it's a back funding grant that the police department received. We originally applied for $5,000, we received $1,800. The grant will be used to purchase entry tools for each squad car. So again, I'll be working with Ashley and City Administrator Reynolds on presenting that to you in a future council meeting for approval on that. So, and just an early happy Thanksgiving to everybody, so. All right.
Thank you. Gary, anything to add tonight?
had last Monday night when we discussed housing and childcare. It went really well. We had a good public turnout, a lot of great comments. We followed up with, we'll be following up with First Children's Finance on getting a gap analysis on the childcare, following up with Minn Kota on looking at the Pirate 60 acres, getting that developed, and just continue to press on some of that. There's some other projects that are kind of in the works, so hopefully I'll have more in a couple weeks on those.
Thank you. Jake?
Thank you, Your Honor. Just a park report here. Our parks and arena staff, they're out moving snow. As you know, we've got a few inches out there now, so it's here and to stay. We're putting in the blue rink now. We started flooding today. And along with, we're getting outdoor rinks, and we're gonna do the skating trail again this year. Pool report, we had a Halloween, it was a free open swim on Halloween it was a large success, 45 swimmers, a lot of new faces that have not been seen on a regular basis. And look to do another open swim during some daytime hours on the days there's no school, or once every month or so. Cody's gonna look at doing. The full schedule is again, so there's open swim every day, every weekday evening, as well as Saturdays. And then we have morning swim and aqua exercise every weekday morning. Currently the Cathedral School is swimming. And then Park and Rec swimming lessons begin tomorrow, and they're gonna run for 4 weeks. And then the CSC will be in full swing. I've been doing all the scheduling. We started hockey last week. UMC's had a couple home series. It's been going well, so the rink has not been too crazy messy after, and they're getting some wins and some W's, so the CSC is doing well. I did talk to Wired Electrics today. They will be out this week to start the project out there on the new software for the HVAC system. And just keep going, getting ready for a long winter of hockey season and other recreational and moving snow. So, any questions?
When's the next Park Rec meeting?
Our next Park and Rec meeting?
Yeah,
Next week.
okay. We just didn't have, like, it actually in the notes, it said August 19th still, so I just wanted to,
No.
So
it
next
should be
Monday?
Next Monday. I'll double check,
yeah.
but since it was the third, yeah, it's kind of a messy month because of Halloween, so. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Tim, anything tonight?
Christie, I found the park board meeting will be November 21st.
November 21st?
Yep, at 4:45.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I just want to congratulate the new council members and mayor and welcome aboard. Very nice to have you guys available, and welcome to the team. We did have a meeting with FEMA on a Polk County hazard mitigation meeting today, and what that meeting entailed was we got to get on Polk County's mitigation plan if we're gonna apply for any upcoming grants. So we got to update that plan that we have in line right now, get it into the books, and any of the mitigation projects that we want to do have to be listed in that plan before we could even go for funding. So Brandon and myself are going to work on getting that updated, of course, with Corky's help on that, and we're going to start writing that tomorrow and getting that to Polk County right away so we can maybe start applying for some of our mitigation monies. On the private home end of it, assistance, I talked to the Polk County EM today. He's been making several calls down to HSEM and FEMA, and there's still no talk on anything being out yet, but he says, don't get discouraged. A lot of this stuff takes a long time to get through, so we're really hopeful to get some of that done. So that's all I really got tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ryan?
Not much to report. Had meetings with Corky for the unions and developed some search sheets and programs to go through that and kind of help with negotiations. I submitted the rest of the stuff to FEMA today for all of our equipment and labor hours, so we'll be working with FEMA more closely with each question that they have and giving them the backup documentation for those things. And just kind of watching and combing through the grants now that we're getting from the league that you see coming through, and pursuing a couple of those. And we have a couple good prospects in the lines now that we're currently working on. So hopefully we can give you an update on some good news there.
Thanks, Ryan. Greg, anything tonight?
No report tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Brandon?
Cleanup week went well, so it was a pretty normal year as far as tonnage. So I don't know the exact amount, but I think we were in the 70 ton of demo, and that's pretty typical for the year. We had our first snow event. Thankfully, it wasn't over a foot, so it was a good couple inches. The guys went out on early Friday morning, and we were done by about noon. The new loader, we got the plow in the wing for the new loader. The guys that ran it were impressed with it. It sounds like it'll work well. Our new grader is in Bemidji at Falls right now. We should have that right after Thanksgiving. So we're getting to the point where we should be in pretty good shape for snow removal equipment again. We shouldn't have to borrow the counties again this winter. It's been working on FEMA stuff with the department heads. And that's really all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Chad, anything?
Just a quick report tonight, Your Honor. IT has been assisting Cheetah with getting their cubicles moved into temporary quarters into their conference room for some remodeling that'll be occurring. We're assisting the Park and Rec Department at the CSC with getting their iPads up to date for scoring. Also working with Wired 3 to assist them with that HVAC upgrade. With the fire department, we're assisting with the pre-planning software, the new version of the Farrell software. And then at the police department on Wednesday this week, we'll be working with RBB Electric to get our new equipment racks installed within the new armory/data center. And I'm happy to report that we have about 3/4 of the equipment as part of the restricted funds project that is here and will be racked and stacked and ready to be programmed. So we're moving forward on that front. We had a good workout on Thursday of our VPN solution. A lot of employees working remotely due to weather on that day. We did have an outage on Friday due to that storm that we were able to recover for in just about an hour or so. That's all I have to report.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll start with Don tonight.
Whoa.
Really?
Okay, let's see. I want to thank the administration, Mr. Administrator here, Corky Reynolds, and the Crookston Police Department for raising $10,000 for Scruffy Tails. That's well needed in our community. Congratulations to Henry Fisher. Welcome. And Tim Menard. Welcome. And all the other people who have been reelected, Dale Steinbrook and Delaney Clott. Back to the City Council, which is a good deal for us to have these people elected again. I also want to thank Shirley Iverson for all of the work she's doing to bring business to downtown and activities. Is she still here? Yeah, there she is. I got posters in the way too, so. But anyway, congratulations, Shirley, and keep up the good work. We need that business for downtown. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Thank you. Clayton, anything?
Congratulations on your reelection, Dale.
Thank you.
And welcome to the new council members. We look forward to work with you.
Steve?
Same thing, congratulations, and good job, Henry, and I was worried about that, but no, it came through, and Tim and everybody else that won. Should be a good council going into 2023, and I look forward to a lot of good things after I leave to see the city of Crookston go in the right direction, so congratulations all.
Thank you. Christie?
Same thing that everybody said. Congratulations to everybody. Very excited to see the new council and excited to work with you going forward. And thank you for all your hard work, Shirley, and the DCDP. It's wonderful, and I love to see that it's continuing on as we go. And then congratulations to our new officer as well. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Wayne?
As they say, ditto.
All right, thank you. Also, I'd like to congratulate the new police officer, Cody Peterson, close to a full staff, or are at full staff. Okay, well, it's great. One's better than two. I'd like to put a thank you to all the candidates that ran in the election. I mean, it takes a lot to put your name out there, and it's a lot of work, and congratulations to the ones that have won. Look forward to serving with you. Just a reminder too, we've had our first snow, and there's a little bit of ice underneath that stuff again. So just be careful out there driving. That's about all I have. Nothing, no ways and means tonight, so nothing come before council. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.